Rangers radio.
But the tone of that voice, I think we might have won quite well at the weekend. Rudy, are you picking up any vibes?
He seems very happy, doesn't he, the bridge man? He's obviously had a good weekend, especially a good Saturday, I would say, with the sound of things. Oh, you're quite right.
Yeah, I can feel the tone.
We're on our way. How will we get there? I don't know. When will we get there? Who don't care? All we know is we are on our way. We're on our way. We're on our way. Brilliant, brilliant. There's a video going about the Rangers, all the Rangers players in Glasgow Airport singing.
I think you'll find
I don't know if it's a fake or not.
You'll find that that's the Liverpool squad doing the Carlo Torres squad. I mean, Gerrard at the front, yeah.
Aye. That was brilliant, but it was really good,
Just to test your knowledge, mate, there was the one Rangers player in that video.
No, I just saw there was a wee video and it says something about...
That's funny.
Something, we're on our way to Baku. I thought, getting that Rangers? I never even looked at it, really,
It was Gerrard's at the front, having a carry on with the Liverpool players. Anyway, look, excellent result. I think just with the doctor's orders. But first, a big shout to everybody involved with Saturday's show, 2 shows. Great work, lads, and thanks very much for all involved. We move on, and after a great result on Saturday, we've got another exciting week coming up, Bridge, and we keep saying it. These games are great for us rolling on the European ties again on Sunday. Positive place we're in at the moment, mate.
Yeah, indeed. But yes, you're right. It's they're coming in thick and fast, and back to what I've been saying for a long time. Look forward to the next game. That's all we can do. Look forward to the next game and see if we're going to how we do. And really and truly, I'm so looking forward to Thursday night. It's no real. It's a long time for Rangers with this farm in a major competition. Fantastic. I'm really, really happy for them. So happy. I'm so looking forward to seeing my team and playing in Europe. Really looking forward to it. Is he gone? You gone?
Saturday, Rudy, if I'm being really honest, mate, 4-0 actually flattered Dundee, yeah?
I would say so. It could easily have been 6 or 7. Well, should have been 5 at least, shouldn't it? Another honest mistake from another linesman. And when you actually look at it, I think at half time, I think it was Cairo asked if we thought it was offside or whatever. I wasn't too sure, to be honest. But then I seen the footage again after the game. I saw the stills and stuff like that. It's onside. He's about 2 yards maybe onside. A yard at least, So, yeah, could have been 5. Couple of chances, hit the woodwork, stuff like that. Alfredo had another really good chance when Candace put him more or less 1-on-1 with the goalie, but the defender, it took too long, the defender got in front of him. So I could have been 6 or 7. I thought they probably had about maybe 10 minutes where they came into the game a wee bit, but really from start to finish, we controlled it, as you say, 4-0 flattered them, could easily have been 6 or 7.
What really pleased me in the first half, Bridge, was the constant tempo.
Yeah, it was really good to see. We really do look a good team going forward. And young Kent had probably the game of his life. And I thought Arfield did a fantastic game for us as well. Maybe his best for Rangers. So a couple of players there were doing their very best. I thought Barisic was outstanding again. So we got a lot of good players who were actually showing how good they are and how well they can play. And the tempo was tremendous. When we did lose the ball, we started to fight back a wee bit in the first half. We kept plenty of possession. But when they got the ball, sometimes for that wee 10-minute spell that Rudy was mentioning, they looked very dangerous and good, tidy players. And number 10 was a very, very good player. And he just hesitated on the ball. Otherwise, he could have a good shot. He could have had a good shot at goal. But other than that, you're right. To me, that was 4 going on 10 or any number you want.
Yeah, I mean, we started well. We got the goal. Did anybody else notice Morelos was a happy bunny when Koulibaly took after his toe?
Nicked it right off his toe.
I think his bottom lip hit his foot and then bounced back up. But I suppose he's a striker.
I dare say if Morelos had contacted with that, based on what he did for the rest of the game, it could have been over. It could have skied it, could have slung it past the post, could have bounced off somebody. So well done, Koulibaly, for putting it in the net at least.
I don't care who scores the goals.
Exactly. There they are.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm not sure who it was in the pre-match show on Saturday. Was a bit worried about where the goals were going to come from. If Morelos wasn't scoring. Well, then 4 goals. Should have been 5 at least, possibly more. And they came from all over the park, didn't they? So it's like you say, don't care who scores them. All that matters is that they get scored. Somebody does it, So, all in all, I thought it was a really professional performance. So it's just what we needed after the result 2 weeks ago to get us focused again, get us back in track again. Good home performance, few goals rattled in, and I'm not blowing my own trumpet here, but I did say 3-0 by half-time. So proved to be right, So I'll take goals from anywhere. I don't care who scores them.
How does it feel to be proven right?
It's very. Sorry, I misheard you there. I thought you said, "What's it like to be having not proven?"
Not proven. Don't tell me anything about
that. But we started the game really well, Bridge, and I thought that but the whole team was playing well. But the defence wasn't tested in the first few minutes. But we had pace down both flanks. We were moving the ball well. I thought Koulibaly looked as if he hadn't been away. And I've got to give credit to Andy Halliday.
Definitely.
He kept it simple and he just moved the ball. He done okay on Saturday for me, Bridge.
Absolutely, pal. I never saw failure in our team. I thought the manager did the right thing with Koulibaly. He got the best part of 60 minutes out of him at top pace, and I thought he was excellent. His input to the game, obviously scoring, but his shall we say, his influence in the midfield is just unmatched as far as we Rangers are concerned. I think him and Arfield are a good pair. So I'm really happy for him. Really happy for him. And Andy Halliday was really, really good for the whole game. Pity he got his nose broken, but that might actually make him more handsome, if you follow what I mean, once they pull it back together again.
Well, according to the press, Andy's doing all right at the moment, mate. He's punching, Rudy. He's punching, huh?
No, he certainly is. I mean, I don't think we can have any complaints about him, I mean, he's had a bit of a rough time, let's be honest about it. He was mugged off by a zip-tune manager. He's sent away to Azerbaijan on loan. Didn't get on so well there. He's come back. He's obviously worked hard. And look, you can see what you like about him, but he seems to be playing for Steven Gerrard, and Steven Gerrard seems to like him. I don't think we can complain at his last few performances. I think he's done the job he's been asked to do, and he's done it really well. That's all you can ask of Andy. Andy's never going to be a world beater. That's not what Andy is, But he's a good squad player. And if he keeps playing the way he's playing just now, and he keeps performing the way he's playing just now, and he keeps doing the job that he's been asked the way he's doing it just now, that's fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. I like him. I like Andy Halliday. He's one of us. He's a bear. He's living the dream. So at the end of the day...
I have to agree with you, Rudy. I have to. Forgive me for interrupting.
Fine with me. On you go, Bridge. On you go.
No, I was just going to say, I have to agree with you. I can't emphasise enough. I thought that's probably his best game for Rangers, in all honesty. There's a few of them I saw on Saturday played their best game. Now, that might be because the Dundee, they were so far ahead of Dundee, it was in the real, both in form and score. But really, he got a bad injury to his face. He also got sort of brought down a couple of times. There was some shocking tackles that the referee was letting go. Absolutely shocking. And we're all waiting to when's he going to book somebody here. And True Blue's favourite, Darren O'Diddley Dee, he was the boy. He was the first of their team to get booked. But he certainly got a big cheer when he did get booked. What a shocking team. Dirty, dirty team. Dirty team. Sorry, guys. I have to say it. Dirty team.
I think we started well, and obviously we had them pinned back, and not even in their own half. They were pinned back their 18-yard box. The ball was like a bag of tail bounced about, and obviously it broke to Koulibaly, stroke at home, and that took the pressure off us. And then we started moving the ball well.
I thought we played some excellent football, to be honest. I mean, you could say, look, it's Dundee, they haven't won a game. Well, so what? I mean, probably it was the right game, came along for just at the right time when we needed to refocus again. We're at home, we're in front of a sellout crowd, scored a few goals, had some great individual performances as well as a really good team performance. And as you say, after Koulibaly scores that goal, takes the pressure off, goals in the buzz in the back of the net. We're 1-0 up. We start stroking the ball about really, really well. I thought, playing some really good football. There were some really good partnerships working away. You get Barisic and Kent. Well, I thought young Kent was excellent. I thought he was excellent. We complained a few times, that me especially, I like his directness, his pace, directness. He likes to take a player on, but we did say that he's got to produce in the final third. Well, I tell you what, he done that on Saturday. He had an excellent game, I thought. Yeah, some of the football, Koulibaly.
Obviously, the Kent goal itself, mate, a couple of 1-2s. We had a wee bit of luck with it. Broke for us,
Yeah.
And then the boy finished it well, and hopefully he grows in confidence with that, Bridge, because it was a good goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought the guys that came on didn't do anything wrong and kept the pace going. Really and truly a tremendous performance by all of our representatives of Rangers and the manager. I heard the manager just after the game. I heard him saying something like, "Where did I hear that? Something like he wanted more." So it's maybe been a headline or something.
I'm sure we'll hear from our manager Stephen Gerrard MB and get his thoughts on the game. But we got the second goal. As I say, it was an excellent goal for me. All right, we got the break of the ball, but a couple of 1-2s. I think it was Morelos and Arfield were involved with Kent. We got the break of the ball. He finished it nicely. Good goal, Rudy.
Aye, took it really well. Got his pace gotten by players into the box. And you could say we got the break of the ball, but how many times have we not had the break of the ball?
Aye. You make your own luck, mate. You make your own luck.
We got the break of the ball, but there was still a lot of work to be done. He still had a lot to do, even though we did get the break of the ball there. As you see, a couple of nice V1-2s, and he placed it absolutely superbly into the bottom corner. Brilliant. I thought he did really well on Saturday.
And then obviously the goal was chopped off. I'm sure some of the callers have something to say about that. But then the third goal just before half time, again, an excellent ball for Kent for good running for Morelos. Obviously, brought down just inside the box, penalty kick. Taff scores the third. Taff's 30th goal for the club, mate. Oh my God, for the right back.
Absolutely right, by the way. Absolutely right. That's a tremendous input to the club. Tremendous. 30 goals. Wow. So they've been here 3 years. It's third year, isn't it?
I think it's third year. Fourth season, mate. Fourth season, I think.
Fourth season.
Yeah.
That's going some. That's like at the pop. He's not. It's only 3 seasons done, isn't it? So God Almighty, you're talking about 9 average, 9 goals a season for a right back. Fabulous, just fabulous.
So we get to go, and then the second half obviously becomes a wee bit after the Lord Mayor show. Rudy, we kept the ball, we threatened, but we never really had that many chances in the first half.
No, I think
second half. I think maybe what's frustrated the managers were here for him. Then for the last, obviously we have 12, 15 minutes to go. Kenny Miller was sent off. I was really sad about that. Kenny being one of my all-time favourites. And then we made chance after chance after that. I mean, Lafferty hit the bar and Morelos should have scored. Obviously, it was great to see the boy Middleton score.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm not being funny. I was disappointed in Morelos. That was some chance he missed on Saturday. Some chance. You could just see it coming. The young boy gets the ball. He pushes it across to a huge... He's got acres of space running about him. And he's waiting on the ball. And why didn't he just run in and smash it? I don't know. He wanted to place it. Oh, dear. He was getting roundly shouted at and sworn at.
Time on the ball, Bridge, didn't he?
I saw that. It's just, what is he doing? Why did you do that? For goodness sake.
I know. But absolutely delighted for young Glenn Middleton to get his first team goal. I thought that was fantastic. I mean, he had a good during the week. I think he had 3 assists, didn't he, during the week? So... he's carried on really from where he left off during the week, with the national squad. I got his first goal and he looked absolutely delighted, so he did. So I'm really pleased for Glenn Middleton.
Tidy goal, Rudy, a tidy goal, wasn't it?
Nice wee finish, Bridget. Nice wee finish, Roscoe Ranger says in the lobby that he's never seen somebody get sent off get such a reception.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That when he was getting a really good reception from a cheery oath, basically from the Rangers fans. I doubt very much if he's ever going to see that again in his whole career. I doubt very much he's ever going to see anything like that again. That was just tremendous by the Rangers fans. Tremendous. And you know something? It's never been mentioned on the news or anything. Nobody's mentioned it. That's the truth. Nobody's mentioned it.
No, it was. I'll be honest with you, Bridge. I don't think it was the tackle happened because I think it was Big Katic played the ball. It was didn't have a lot of pace on it.
Yeah.
And that's what caused the foul. It was a foul for me. A yellow card. It wasn't the worst tackle we've seen in that match for me personally.
I'm hearing that McCann's claiming that he took the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing
he was right in his ankle, mate.
I never seen him touching the ball.
Oh, I don't think he caught him in the ankle. But what I'm saying, it wasn't the worst tackle in that whole match.
No.
Rudy.
No, it certainly wasn't. But that's what you get with a team like Dundee, isn't it? You got my favourite ref, Clancy there, who doesn't seem to see these things for some reason. But as far as Kenny Miller goes, it was one of the ones, Ox, I don't know. I think it possibly a wee bit soft. I don't think it was deliberate. I think it was a case that he just didn't get there quick enough, and he caught Barisic in the ankle. He got sent off. Look, see where the Rangers player had been sent off, it wouldn't have been a problem according to the media, so therefore, it's okay. He got sent off. It's fine with me. But what you get with teams like Dundee, Motherwell, teams like that, big teams, big boys, they throw their weight about a wee bit. And we managed mainly this season, we pretty much managed to deal with that kind of thing, whereas last season we failed miserably, at times. He went, and that was it. And he got a good round of applause. And to just touch on a wee point that Bridge made about Kenny Miller, had he get booed, rotten, it would have been all over the papers and the media, But, we got a wee bit of a send-off. I'm neither here nor there with Kenny Miller. I don't really feel anything one way or another. I know a lot of Bears like him, and I know there's a lot that don't. But I'm all right. I'm all right.
He's one of my all-time favourites, Rudy.
Do you want? I know you've
got travel rug on at you, by the way.
You've got posters there, haven't you? I'll say. You've got your poster up behind your bed.
I have to say this, and I'm
How
not being
did you
funny.
know that, Rudy?
Just a guess, Socks.
I have to say this, and I'm not being funny. I'm pleased they got whatever reception when at the very start when the players came out onto the pitch. He was supposed to be getting selfies with the crowd and so on and so forth. And he got a nice cheerio, a nice farewell. I hope that's the last we ever do for Kenny Miller. No offence to Kenny Miller, but he's going to be in the opposition, and we can say and do what we want. Other than, for me, no, I don't do that anymore. I don't need to give him any more boosts. He's already got a tremendous round of applause, and thanks very much, Kenny. Bye-bye.
Aye, yeah.
Aye, anyway, people want to join us. What's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, Rudy Bear?
They can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. If you've been in before, Fox will bring you straight into the show. If not, he'll sort you out, but in a nice way.
Yep, but callers want to talk about the Rangers. Big shout out to Tracy, who stole the show on Friday. She did. Anyway, we'll be joined by Big Ulster. How we doing, big man?
Hello, how are you? You all right?
All right, mate. How we doing? All right.
I'm doing well, thank you. Much better after the weekend's result.
I know you're watching with a crowd of people. Can you feel the positivity coming, mate? Or is it going to end when you appear on Sunday for the match?
Well, it is. That's actually a yes to both those questions. It's building, but it's gonna get cut when I'm over. Because you know what my results are like, what my luck's like. But yeah, everybody's delighted. I liked it. It was just a real good, proper Rangers performance at Ibrox. Getting a team like Dundee and using Bridges' term, mollicating them 4-0, and I think that's something we haven't been able to do for a long time. Is to get these teams and just give them a good beating, to be honest, and send them on their way. It was really good to see that. It was like an old school Rangers performance. I know the manager was looking more. He was maybe I couldn't believe his interview, to be honest, afterwards. He was like, what more? You know, he wants more goals. But
I'm sure we'll hear from the manager.
Well, we'll hear from him anyway, yes. But for me, personally, mate, I thought we've done very well. First game back after the break, and I know there's been a few players who've been away on international duty, so they haven't been with the squad the whole time, but they come in there, mate, and get a 4-0 victory. Now, it could have been a lot more, but 4-0, I'll take that every day of the week, mate, especially what way results were like last season in Ibrox. So it's great to see us going out, getting these teams and just beating them.
We've also been joined by JFK. Evening, JFK.
Good evening, Ox. Good evening, Bridge, Fox, Ulster. How's all doing? All my fellow Blue Noses out there.
Hi, Jimmy.
Oh, great night. Good night tonight after Saturday's ablutions. It was a great day.
What was the word you used there?
Ablutions.
I like that.
Yeah, ablutions. Yeah, blue. Yeah, it should have been 6, 7, 8-0. Referee should have maybe another 2 of them off. But that's that. Obviously, we couldn't see if Morelos' goal was offside or no. But obviously, after further scrutiny, guys, we could all see it was a stonewall cracking goal. Probably maybe even the best goal of the game if it had counted. What a performance, guys, on Saturday. I was surprised that they gave the man of the match at the ground to Arfield. I know he had a great game. It was definitely the man that's shown everything for the whole game was Ryan Kent. Definitely. No, Big Govan Kant had a fantastic game. What a game he had.
I see what you've done there, Jimmy. I see what you've done there.
But and Andy Hallard, as you said earlier on, Ox, got to give him plenty of plaudits. He had a great game on Saturday. Definitely one of his best for a while. And the guys were talking. We were on a discussion the other night, sure, about Middleton, and quite a lengthy one about my feelings on the boy. I'd like to see him farmed out. I was made eat my words right away. You know, what a cracking goal the boy took it well, and I'm really, really pleased for him. As I've said here before, I think he'll go far with Rangers, and it looks to me as if Stevie G has got a place for him, not just in the squad, but he sees him as a player who can come on. Good impact sub. On Morelos, before I finish this wee part, is that I think once the goal get chalked off, his head went down a bit. And I know we get the penalty for us, but I just think, come on, you can get 10 chances and score 1, and that's all we need him today. We've no got him on Thursday, but you know something, I don't think we'll miss him.
We've got an able substitute. Anyway, we've been joined by Blue Shadow. Evening, Blue.
Shadow. How are we going, boy?
Hey, Blue.
All right, Blue.
All right. As I'd add to that, I think Morelos, as the other point with Morelos, is I think he got taken off on Saturday before he got sent off. There's that kick out that he had at that boy, and he got taken off shortly afterwards, and that Clancy was on his case, and I think if the manager hadn't taken him off, I think he was gone. And as well as that, I think we should have, as he's referred to about goals we scored at the weekend, as that goal should have stood, and how Lafferty got himself offside for that one that he's put in the net, but got chalked off for outside, I don't know. He was looking right along the line. He could see quite clearly that he was offside. And it frustrates me.
He wasn't just offside, mate. He was yards up.
3 yards. 3 yards.
I know. He's miles up front, and he's looking right along the line. He could see he was offside. Why did he not check his run?
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it? Drives me crackers, that sort of thing. But there you go.
Shadow, can I just say that incident there was actually 3 incidents between those 2 players, Morelos and the other boy for Hearts, listening to Dundee, and I thought they were going to be a fight. Actually, the boys Govan and the Copeland rear were thinking, so I was going to have a square go at him here. You know, in the next minute, you just saw the arms going and shoving each other away.
Oh, it was quite clear there's something going on, and I think well done, Mr. Gerrard, for stepping in there and getting him off. But he's going to have to. The manager's going to have to find a way to get a hold of that boy and get him under control, because this just can't go on. You know, can't keep taking him off because you fear he's going to get himself sent off.
I'm wondering what the linesman was doing. Sorry,
they'll be in his ear for the first minute, Blue, and he's going to have to learn to deal with it because he's set himself up for it.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I mean, you know, as soon as the first game of the season, he set himself up for it, and it's just like, and they've seen people do it in Europe. So I mean, especially the worst one of the lot's going to be that one in the Mankey mob. He's going to be straight at him. He's like, I'll wind this guy up. And he'll be off the pitch. Crazy, man, crazy. I don't know what the manager's going to do to bring him under control, but he's got to do something. Sure.
Well, we've got our own psychologist on here, so if Rangers need any help, we're here. We can help. Is that right, Rudy?
That's it. The station's got its own psychologist now. Fantastic.
That's it. She'll be well. Sorry, Rudy.
Dr. Tracy, come on in.
Well,
she'll be too embarrassed to come in though, because she's got her own Ulster on the night, haven't we? With sexy accent.
Sexy voice, big man. Jimmy, we set up the queue for the psychologist like the day of delicatessen, but we ran out of numbers.
Or more like a gynecologist for me. Oh, dear me. It's great to hear everybody having we've got a lot of laughter in our voices and that. It's great, guys. I said to you, since the start of the season, the journey that we've went in so far, and I can see that in everybody's demeanour going to the games and that, and I could go on and on about it, but everybody on the lobby and that, everybody's positive. All you guys, same as myself, all positive. We know we've got our moans about different things that likes of guys like Morelos saying that, but Blue said there it was some of his petulance was coming out there again, and Stevie G done the right thing in taking him off, and I'm pleased he's not playing in Thursday for that reason only, as I think going to Villarreal, I think they'll have a right dig at him here and there verbally, and he might not cope with that. He seems to be very prone to just somebody giving him a wee niggle. Whereas I actually thought on All Blue, I thought, well, here we go, he's going to have a go at this guy, but they just kind of pushed each other away. But I glanced at the referee at Clancy and he was watching it, and I just get the feeling in myself that he was really ready quickly to take that red card out and flash it to Morelos. So well done to the gaffer for bringing him off and letting the team stay with 11 in the park, because we don't want to keep having to say to him, this isn't good enough. You play with 11 or we don't play at all. So that's the way it should be. Play for the team or don't bother turning up.
Anyway, lads, this will be a good time to hear what our manager had to say on the game. So if you don't mind going on mute, let's hear from our manager, Steven Gerrard.
Stephen, a 4-0 victory today. Can I get your assessment of the performance?
Pleased with the results, pleased with the clean sheet. But the performance I thought could have been better. I thought it was a bit patchy. We played some good stuff at times. I thought we were better second half than first half. I thought first half we didn't keep the ball for long enough. Bit similar to first half of the Old Firm. On the side I felt like the game was going up and down like a game of basketball, and at home we want a little bit more control than that. But in terms of chances created, and we were obviously the superior team. I thought Dundee had a little bit of joy first half, but I think from the second half it was mostly one way. So there was some good individual performances as well within that. I'm pleased in many ways, but as a manager you're always searching for more.
After the international break, did your team start in the manner you hoped for? Yes,
we wanted a fast start. We knew the fans, on the back of an Old Firm. Coming here today, obviously another incredible full house, but I thought the responsibility was on us today to take the game to Dundee and try and lift the crowd, and I thought we did that. We got our joy, got a few early goals, but at that time that's where I'm looking for players and my team to be a bit more relentless and ruthless and really go for teams, and split the game in two. If you're 2-0 up so early, go and get 3 and 4 before half time. And I just thought the game died at certain times. The tempo and the intensity dropped too much for my liking.
We have to highlight the second goal from Ryan Kent. He was excellent today, and it was a fine finish from him.
Yeah, I think Scotty Harfield has robbed man of the match off him there. I thought Ryan was certainly MOM while he was on the pitch. Him and Scott were terrific today, but I wanted to get him off because I'm going to need his energy, and I'm going to need another performance of that level on Thursday night. He was superb, and I knew the goals would come. I knew as soon as he started relaxing in front of goal, the goals would come. But he's in a terrific place. Well done.
Yeah. What were your instructions to the boys at half time today? Because they were 3-0 up, and they were pretty much cruising at that point.
I just said, look, you've got two options here. We carry on being a bit loose and we carry on being a bit slow and just let the game fizzle out. Or I said we can lift it, we can go through the gears and we can play with a bit more purpose and keep possession more. I said we'll create more chances and we should go and get an emphatic scoreline. 4-0's okay, but I was wanting more.
What does it say about the standards that you're home from the boys? As you say, the 4-0 victory at home here, but you're clearly disappointed you didn't get a wee bit more from.
Yeah, I'm looking at the big picture, and you know we've spoke before about trying to make this place a fortress and trying to make this place where teams like Dundee don't fancy and they don't come and they beat before they come. And I still thought at times Dundee actually fancied it and still had a little bit of joy within it. So if I'm being ultra critical, you know, I'm just expecting a bit more. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, great to see Eros Grezda make his Rangers debut, of course, and to see Glenn Middleton get his first senior goal.
Brilliant for Glenn. You know, that should do his confidence the world of good. He's in a really good place, and you know he's knocking on the door for a start, Glenn, and he needs to just keep working hard on his game. You know, tactically and technically, and learning where he needs to be out of possession and where he needs to collect the ball. It can't always be out wide. He needs to mix his game up and bring variety to it. But he's doing really well, and we're really pleased with him. In terms of Grezda, it was some minutes in his legs. He's not ready. He's 60-70% match fit at the moment. There's still 2-3 weeks to try and get into his legs before he's ready. But I think you can still see a little bit of quality, a little bit of sharpness. And you know, I want an exciting team here, full of pace and speed, and he'll certainly add to that.
All right, lads. I'm going to Big Ulster first. Big man, he's just so.
Dundee, I mean, I'm sure you'll all admit there's the difference between Dundee and the game we got coming on Thursday is going to be like I like you know, the difference in standards phenomenal. You know, because Dundee are just not a good team. They're not in a good place. Yes, we won 4-0, but there's huge bits of that game that we could have improved on. Not least like at 20 minutes when they started throwing their weight about. Right, how are we going to deal with that? We need to find a way of dealing with that better because we let them kick us out of the game for at least 15 minutes. So, and we can't allow stuff like that to happen. You know, we've got to make the referee make decisions and whatnot and all the rest of it. All right, Kevin Clancy's no the best referee in the world, but if you can put him on the spot, as he showed when he gave the penalty, he'll have to make a decision, hopefully. If they don't make decisions, and it happens often enough, then the club have got to go to the SFA and go, this is not good enough for me. So, I was fantastic from Mr. Gerrard, though. I want to see, this is what we've been waiting for a long time, and I want to see, certainly, there is room for improvement in the club, and I think we'll see on Thursday just how far we've come.
Yeah, but the yardstick we're looking at it's new. GFK's first two home games of last season, we took 1 point. The first two home games of this season, we took maximum points, 6 goals, none against.
Well, that's what I said the other night, Ox. You know, that the fortress, we've got to get that back again. You know, last season it's like playing the banging the drum all the time. You know, the 27 points that we lost at Ibrox last season was unacceptable. Right, don't give me a start, man. I'm sober tonight. The 27 points that we dropped last season was unacceptable.
Stop giggling at the back, yeah.
Don't get me started, because that'll be me gone then.
Don't laugh at Bridge.
Don't laugh at Bridge. Right. Anyways, yeah. I'm muting now.
The points we lost last year.
I'm back.
Yeah, the points we lost last
year. I'm back. Right, no, right. So, what the manager said there the other day was absolutely fantastic. You know, I mean, it's a lot of people might see that a lot of his comments were negative, but no, he's a manager that wants to strive to be better, and he's right. You know, he could have quite easily mumped and moaned like the other mob did and said about the hard throwers who try to kick us off the park, or they literally did kick us, especially the big OD. Some of his tackles were right out of order. He could quite easily started to moan about that, but he didn't, and he was right in his comments today. We should have went for more goals in the second half. No, 3-0 half time. I was expecting us to run out 6 or 7. I was annoyed at Big Lafferty because where I'm sitting, I'm shouting, leave it. But no, I had to go in for it because he was a good 3-4 yards offside. I'm pleased to see that the gaffer gave young Glenn a lot of plaudits. That was good. He said he's the cusp of playing as the first team, which I'm really pleased for him about that. And as I've always said, onwards and upwards. But Ox, it's got to be a fortress, mate. 2 home games, 100%. First 2 home games last week was against the HIVs and Hearts. No, so
that's right.
And we dropped 8 points. So let's see what happens. And no, as I said at the European games and all, we need to win all games at home, whether it's European or league, and see what happens when we go away from home. And that's what we need to do, starting from now. And we seem to be doing that. And that's what the gaffer's looking for. Some people, I've seen some forums that quite critical of Stevie Gerrard's comments that he should have gave the team more plaudits, but he's wanting perfection. And as you said there, Ox, he seems to be come across as a guy who's been in the game for a long time as a manager. We know he's been in the game as a player, but for me, always, it's great to listen to him. Fantastic.
And it's always great to listen to you, Jimmy. But as a manager, Bridgeman, that game's done. He's making the comments thinking about the next game, eh?
Well, a mixture, yeah, you're right. A mixture of it. I think he's praised the players as much as he can. I think his honesty shines through, and he's an absolute pleasure to have as a manager, and it's great to listen to him. He does talk a lot of sense. I think is that there are some fans who, particularly some of the boys that sit beside me, where they're wondering why the manager doesn't come out, just like Jimmy says there, and a couple of boys before it. When the booting starts, Blue Shadow was mentioning it, because they start kicking you off the park, and there was a lot of boys down with injuries, probably quite sore injuries as well. And we won't know until closer to Thursday whether we're really fit for Thursday's game. These players, I mean, so it's really, really, really difficult to play against a team like that who just, for some parts of that game, didn't want to know anything about football. They just wanted to kick people and elbow people, and you saw the difference. Seriously, it's really bad when it happens.
And what about the manager's comments? What about the way the manager's? He's saying about the team, and he's trying to move us on to the next team.
Oh, absolutely. I'm saying that he's just brilliant. I'm just saying that some of the fans I speak to would like him to say stuff more about the game and any nastiness that's in the game, i.e. who booted who and who's injured and so on and so forth. And I understand the managers, but he's past that. That's gone, as you say. That's in the past. So somewhere along the line, a lot of the Bears, not a lot, but some of the Bears are looking for the manager to come out and support the players a lot more than he's doing by highlighting bad parts of the game. But it's not happening. So I don't know whether he would ever do that, but I love him. I love the way he speaks. I love what he says, and I'm sure if it came to it, he's the first man that will stand up and support the players 100%.
Anyway, we've also been joined by Travel Rug. Evening, Travel Rug.
Hi, Travel.
Good evening.
How is one?
All right, Trouble.
Hi, one is. How you doing, Ulster? Oh boy, some weekend for you, eh? Your other team winning last night as well. Fitz magic, yeah?
Fitz magic.
Anyway, they'll not understand that. Us young men know what we're talking about there.
The young team's all about
it.
We were watching American football when you were still on the breast, boy. Carry on.
Go ahead, Ox.
Still call it gridiron, didn't you?
Hey, thanks for the call, Travel. Thanks for the call. Move on.
It was a good. I thought it was a decent performance. It was. I thought Candace had a decent game. I know I hear some Morelos getting a wee bit of doing, but I thought Morelos was involved in quite a lot of the good stuff that we were doing at the weekend, and I missed a couple of good chances, and then he obviously that's
involved in the 3 goals.
Brilliant move.
Involved in the first 3 goals.
Aye, the offside decision, that was a shocking decision, but a wonderful bit of football for us, and a cracking finish for him as well. So I'm not going to get too sore on Alfredo. He gets no protection at all for the referees, but he's not getting a break at all. And I know people are saying about him kicking out and all the rest of it, but he gets some treatment and gets nothing. And it's maybe just the style of him and the way he carries himself. It maybe annoys people, maybe annoys the referees or whatever. But he needs a wee bit more protection. He's doing a decent job, and I think we should be grateful for having him there and maybe just get off his back a wee bit. I thought Kent had a smashing game. Koulibaly was good for the 55 minutes he was on. But a decent performance. I was just interested in Bridgman. I was wondering if he gave Kenny if he gave him a standing ovation when he gets sent off for doing one of your players.
Feel free.
No, it was nothing to do with the player. It was the way the player was going off. Kenny Miller was going off, and he was roundly applauded by most of the stadium.
Was he?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a disgrace.
Well, that's what the guy. A couple of the boys beside me were saying the same thing. I wouldn't clap for that guy. Most of the rest of them are probably thinking. But I was thinking that, he's been a great servant for Rangers. That's it.
Has he?
I think so. Yeah, scored a lot of good goals for us. I don't like what's happened over the last month or so.
He's got more winners' medals than Lee Wallace.
Yeah. But I have to say, I don't like the way the club's been.
Lee Wallace never wore the horrible green and grey hoops.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about there, mate.
Oh, come on.
Did you? I take it you didn't like him getting applauded in Travel?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Our player, Bridgman, when the Rangers fans were applauding him going off the park, our player was still lying on the pitch. He could have been lying there with a broken ankle. But we're applauding a guy, giving a guy a standing ovation for booting one of your players. I'm awful sorry.
No, it didn't.
Regardless of whether you think he's
hold on. They didn't applaud him going off the park.
But he still
They didn't applaud him going off the park because he booted one of your players. They applauded the guy out because that was him getting. That was him finished.
You calm down and you'll give yourself a heart attack. We're going to move on, right?
Go on. Yes. Cheerio, Travel.
Oh no, Oxchair. I'm intrigued to see what your reaction would have been.
Kenny Miller was a good servant to Kenny Miller.
Let's get in the panel. We'll get it out. Travel Rogues come in with Kenny Miller. You know he's one of my all-time favourites. Go Shadow.
Kenny Miller was
he's going to kill me.
Kenny Miller was a good servant to Kenny Miller. That's at the end of the day for me. I'm sorry, but that's just how he's always looked after himself. When I can't remember when he went off to Bursaspor, as soon as Bursaspor came in for him and were offering him 50 grand a week, he couldn't wait to get out the door when we needed his services. So yeah, there's a number of different things with Kenny Miller, and as he says, what's happened over his disciplinary over the past month, and what happened with Mr. Murray, regardless of what your opinion is of Mr. Murray, that left a sour taste in my mouth. So I'm not terribly. I wouldn't have clapped him off the pitch. That's for sure.
GFK.
Sat in my horns. Sat in my horns. I wouldn't applaud
Only
them.
because you've got piles. But
Travel Dog's right there. He wore the green and grey. That was enough for me. Same as the number 10 that played for the green and grey and came and played for him. For us, I would never say his name. As I see him only scored that daisy cutter against the Beggars at Ibrox. But nah, if you've worn the green and grey, then for me, nah. I was absolutely astounded at the guys giving a guy applause when we had a player lying in the ground. I agree 100% with Travel Dog there. You know, whether he scored goals for us, we know that, you know. But he's no way Rangers anymore, and he's caused a lot of trouble, allegedly, in the last 2 or 3 months, you know. He doesn't wear the light blue anymore, so my horns were sat on. Weren't tickling my piles, but they were sat on anyway.
All right, big Ulster. Oh.
But Ulster's take it off with Travel, I think.
I know, no one with the attitude that comes on me.
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, no, big Ulster.
I think I could answer on Ulster's behalf. I'm pretty sure I'll be comfortable.
All right, big Ulster's there. He can answer for himself. Yeah. When you go,
I wouldn't have clapped them off because for reasons is he played for them lot. Yes, he wore the blue again, obviously. I support any Rangers player. That's just the way I do it. But he's no longer wearing the blue Rangers, so I don't see a need to clap him off. But any fans that did, fair play. You know, it's up everybody's own decision. But for me personally, I wouldn't have.
Bridgeman.
I clapped him. He's been a great servant for Rangers. Scored a lot of goals for us, and he left the field of play. And as far as I'm concerned, but the rest of them, I quite enjoyed seeing him going off the park. And I hope, personally, I mean this in all honesty, I hope he never plays against Rangers again in any part of the pitch at Ibrox. I don't want him anywhere near us. So I never wanted him back there. I'm glad he went away. And actually, the season before, once I said it, I said I don't want him to play for Rangers, and he came out and scored 2 cracking goals. Was that against Aberdeen? Was it something like that? 2 absolute smashing goals he scored for us. And it made me eat my words. He made me eat my words. So as far as I'm concerned, he did score some good goals for us, and he kept us together when we were struggling a bit, and he saw us through to where we are now. And this manager's come in and he said, "No, we don't want you," and away he went. I don't like the trouble that's been caused over the close season. I don't like what happened after the cup final. I don't know. We honestly don't know exactly what happened, but I don't like it. The fact that something's happened to our club, and Kenny Miller was involved in it, and he's ended up going to the Beaks and got whatever decision Rangers took on him. He got it rescinded, and I don't like that. I think that's wrong. Sorry, pal.
Rich, was there, this one where he scored a couple, was it no a hat-trick and there was somebody else was decrying him that day as well that was on the panel? Can you remember who it was?
I think you'll find that was that was at Dumbarton, mate.
Was it? It was. I think you're right, but I can't remember who it was that was on the panel.
It might have been, if you think back, it was Boswell.
It was Boswell, was it? Right.
You know me, I never said a bad word about Kenny. You know that.
He had a lot of faults, but he got applauded off the park because that's the way a lot of the Bears felt, and it gave the guy.
Do you really think so, though?
I think so. Yeah,
I think it is. I think with all this spontaneous clapping that happens at a lot of the games for different things, and that that it's unfortunately somebody's passed and they want everybody to applaud. Round about me, I mean, it just seemed to be that at first people didn't realise it was happening, and then they just stood up and started to applaud. And what I didn't hear anybody shouting, "Well done, Kenny," and all that. Right? There's a word being used about Kenny Miller, and it's rat, and I don't like that word. But he scored goals for Rangers, fair dues, but he doesn't wear the light blue anymore, and I didn't see any reason for applauding him. He's left Rangers tainted as far as I'm concerned. He should never have went to the courts of the land to get money off for Rangers. For me, that's dirty. So you'll probably find next week anyway he'll be the manager of Dundee, because he's a wee sneaky rat, isn't he?
Well, I tell you,
let the voice of reason, we'll see what he's going to say. Rudy Bear.
Another word Jimmy used on social
What
media.
you say? Travel, you let Rudy Bear carry on.
Another word that was used in social media in connection with Kenny Miller was legend. No way. No way. A Rangers legend doesn't wear the green and grey, in my opinion.
Correct.
Ever, in my opinion, going to be a Rangers legend. And I couldn't believe when I saw that Bears calling Kenny Miller a legend. So you're talking about somebody who played for the green and grey, has caused more trouble probably than any other player in the last few seasons at Rangers, and you're putting him in the same place as guys like John Gregg and Sandy Jardine. No, no for me. I wasn't at the game on Saturday, but see, if I had been there, I'd have went to the bog while he was coming off the park. That's what I would have done. You know what I mean? Never in a million years is he a Rangers legend. If any Bear thinks he's a Rangers legend, I'd like to know why they think that, because I can't see it myself.
Here,
You know
here.
me, you went to the pie stall, mate. Come on.
Well,
I
I'd have done that in the way
bit.
back, probably.
I don't think he was a legend, Rudy. I never thought he was a legend. And every close season for the past 3 seasons now, I've never wanted him to be at Rangers. But as I say, a number of times he's came on, first couple of games he scored some smashing goals and made me eat my words, for sure, made me eat my words. I never liked the guy in that sense.
I was up in Inverness, right? We played Inverness and he scored, I think it was his 100th goal. And we won 1-0 that night. And he scored an absolute cracker of a volley. We won the nothing. That was his. But even, you know, the fact that he got the 3 points that night and it was his 100th goal. For me, he's just a Rangers player that used to play for us. Doesn't play for us anymore. That's it. He's gone now. Done and dusted now, as far as I'm concerned.
All right.
No.
Never
There's
be a
only
legend.
one way we can sort this out. Ulster. Have a wee poll on the Facebook.
Yeah, we'll sort something out for tomorrow night and see what how
You
it
can
goes.
come up with a question, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
sort
see
that
how it
out.
goes, mate. We'll see how it goes, and we'll get some feedback with the fans, I think.
No problem.
I'll know Guy's my views. I think he's on my views.
No way!
Go ahead.
The fence sitter.
Go ahead. Get off that fence, Ox. Get off the fence. Come on.
Oh, no.
Get off the fence! Get off the fence!
What do you think, Jimmy? They gave me a hard time on here, Jimmy, didn't they?
Oh, well, probably you deserve it.
He went there.
Well said, Jimmy. Well said.
I think the circumstances for the round of applause were not fitting. That's what I'll say. Yes, because it was a late tackle on Manu player.
Yep.
Yep.
Even that's a politician's answer. Oh no! Shock Stewart.
No. You watch that blood pressure of yours.
Anyway, you've not asked Fox.
Fox isn't even on the show, mate. He's busy on other things at the moment. Yeah. Fox is having a rest. You leave Fox alone. He's going to build up his energy. Me never get out on Saturday night.
I got my knuckles wrapped up with Foxy on Saturday. I'm sorry.
Go on then.
I need to apologise.
What did you do?
I just gave me into trouble. That was all for
So you try to get the boys' gate?
Things that me and you are hatching plans. I know. I was there with my dad. That was the first time my dad's been back to Ibrox since for about 8 years since he had a stroke. That's the first game he's been back. So it was a good game to have my dad sat beside me, and he made sure I didn't give Kenny a round of applause. I did try to explain I was going to be doing it on your behalf, but he made sure I sat in my ear. Never done a thing. So
Mr. Fox was cashing aspersions in my character, was he?
Not for the first time.
No, it was me. He was getting me into trouble. So.
All right.
But,
okay. And by the way, he's misled. You misled.
Oh.
Trouble, can I just say well done for your dad getting back to Ibrox? Well done, Pap.
Well, he believe it or not, Bridgeman, he was his first game back was at Rugby Park a couple of weeks ago, and he get flung out. 68-year-old, he still managed to get flung out of the football. So he was in trouble. He got a ticket for the Kilmarnock end, and
oh dear,
he didn't.
Being an Ed, Rudy runs in the family.
I'm just going to say, could it be like father, like son? Huh?
Exactly, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, aye.
That's why you get such a hard time on here, Rockstead.
So, aye. So that was good. My old dad getting back. He's
Brilliant, mate.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Good stuff.
Aye. So,
And a good performance for him to see as well.
aye. No, it was, and aye, it's good. We're playing decent football, aren't we? It's entertaining, and I know the manager's a wee bit. I try to keep our feet in the ground a wee bit, and the comments he made about maybe switching off, and I think even we were me and the boys running about us. We're all saying the same thing. We just lost a wee bit. We kind of midway through the first half, and we just kind of took our foot off the gas a wee bit. But it was, hey, do you know what? Considering I've been watching for the last 5 years, Jesus, it's night and day. It's having boys that are willing that look comfortable in the ball, like Kent, and even bringing the wee boy Middleton on. He's exciting, isn't he? He gets the ball and he just gets on and runs, and it must be terrifying for these fullbacks watching him coming. And see the way he finished his goal. I think Morelos maybe just needs to watch him for that, because that was a proper poacher's finish. You know, he just pounced on it and bang. Never gave anybody any time to think. Bang! It was in the net before you know it. And that's kind of striker I want to see is it's so clinical like that. And it just was that one wee chance. Maybe he should have got the second one by big Kyle, but I can't really blame him too much for. Fair enough, he was in an offside position, but you're wanting your striker to be in a bit of everything, and that's just what we've got there. Good day out. It's great to go to Ibrox with that attitude where everybody around about us. I think we all thought we've won this before it's even started. We knew we were going to get that victory, and there's no been able to think that for a long time. So hopefully we're getting a bit of spirit and we're getting the winning attitude back, especially at home. We just need to keep this going for another few weeks and get on a bit of a run. For me, Thursday night's a bonus. That's one of the kind of probably what Dundee thought will come to us is that, you know what, anything that we get here's if we can get anything here, it's a bonus. That's my kind of attitude for Thursday night. Away to Villarreal, if we get a point, that'd be brilliant. But I'm
sure we'll come on to that as the week goes on. It's sure we'll come on to that as the week goes on.
But all I'm saying is we just need to get a wee bit of momentum going in the league. And next week, win next week. That was a good fill up for the fans. As I say, we all turned up there expecting to win. Next Sunday, let's hope we can do the same. You know.
Aye, man, another big game in the league. Anyway, I hope you're getting that DVD, James Tavernier's Greatest Goals. If you don't mind going on mute, lads, Fox.
Show the world what they can do. I've heard you said that Real Madrid the greatest football team. I've even heard that Anderlecht the best they've ever seen. There's Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur too. There's Arsenal, Chelsea, Blackpool, just to name a famous few. Who's that team they call the Rangers? Who's that team they all adore? They're the boys in Royal Blue. Scotland's gallantry, and they have to show the world what they can do. So bring on the hips, the hearts of Celtic, bring on Spaniards by the score. Barcelona, Real Madrid, they will make a gallantry, but they only find the reason why we're gone. Rangers who wear the famous royal blue. That's their team we call the Rangers. That's their team we all adore. They're the boys in royal blue, high as London's Galway, and they ought to show the world what they can do. And they ought to show the world what they can do.
Well, thanks for that, Fox. Brilliant number. Do you enjoy that, Bridge?
Magic. I was just going to try and sing the Tobacco We're on our way went up to, but it's a wrong tune. Brilliant. Loved it. Can I ask a question, Ox? Yeah. Oh, he's gone. Sorry.
Hey, he's gone, Bridgeman.
No,
I think he has.
Of course you
He
can,
back again?
Bridge, man. Of course you can, Bridge, but I'm skint. Go to travel rug.
No, you carry on now. Now that you're back, just carry on. I'll think about it. I forgot what I was going to say now.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, the
mate. What's that?
confusion. Sorry, for the confusion caused of stuff.
I was away for 2 weeks already.
You were.
You've disgusted him.
Anyway, we'll be joined by one of the most sensible callers we have on Rangers Radio. We'll be joined by Cushy. Number evening, Cushy. How is one?
Evening, lads. How are we?
Evening, Cushy.
Hello, Cushy.
Hey, mate.
How we doing, mate? Is this any truth? You're Tracy's agent? I see you in the lobby.
I think we both come from Paisley, but that's about it. I think. So no other truth. I don't think.
I don't think she comes from there originally. She was too classy for that. Give your thoughts on Saturday, mate.
I thought it was a good performance. I thought we controlled the game for the most part. I thought we played some really nice football. It was nice to see Kent finally starting to deliver what the manager has been saying he's going to deliver, some end product. Took his goal really well, involved in the build up to the penalty, and he's probably taken a little bit of criticism from myself on here with a lack of end product that he's had, but it certainly showed on Saturday that when he's starting to kick, that it looks as if he's starting to kick into gear now, and there's an end product to his play, because I thought the whole team actually just looked just a little bit fresher and a little bit hungrier than they had done in the lead up to the international break. And that I think that showed right from the start. We looked a far hungrier team, and it boded well. Good performance all around. Good clean sheet, and let's keep it going.
Yeah, here. Listen, mate, we're being joined by the global ambassador. I'll come right back to you, Cushy. How we doing, Big Al?
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
How we doing, mate? What's on your mind, mate?
Just Ivan Parahandy, how are you?
I'm awful good, but it's a long time since I've seen a blow Al, so I'm interested in what you think about Kenny Miller.
Oh, look, well, he wore the red, white and blue, but he's still a scumbag, so I wouldn't have clapped him like. We made hassle and he was worth it. Once you wear that, I have to back up my good friend Tutti Frutti. Jelly talk there. You put that on your back, well, that's enough said. Like, I don't really want to talk about him. I'm sorry, guys, but
quite right,
I'm more interested.
Quite right.
Well said, mate.
I'm more interested. How are you, Tutti?
I am fine. Fine, Snowball. Fine, mate.
Thank you very much. What was I going to say?
This must be on their CV handles they're getting it.
Aye, 19 the rig check.
Grinder,
getting in the front. Grinder, aye. Oh, you into that? You know what you sailors are like, right enough. Sorry, guys. I'm losing my train of thought here.
But you're quite right. Carry on, Al.
Aye. Morelos again. That wee bit of petulance shown. He needs to sort it out, man. I'm sick to back to him. Mr. Sitter again, man. Then you got to start scoring goals for us. Kent, I was a wee bit critical of Kent. No, he has to keep it going. It's as simple as that. I'm spoiled. I've seen a lot of good teams A lot of players. I'm hungry for success, guys. So maybe that's where my frustrations come from. But Kent has that's him. He scored one now, so there's no reason he can't score week in, week out now for us. If he does the driving runs, really happy for young Middleton. He looks a bit of a machine, eh? He's a big boy, like, eh? Funny wee face, but he's a big boy. What's that about? But aye. So I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for the young boy. I'd like to see him getting in there a wee bit more. I think he's know where I come from. I like to see our own players getting a chance. I know we didn't raise the guy, so to speak, but he's been there about a year and a half or so. I'd like to see him getting a wee bit more game time. We're looking good. We're looking pretty good. Can I just say again, I'd like to say a big congratulations to Andy Halliday. I mean, he's turning a bit of the quiet man for me. I don't have a problem with him playing in that team as long as he plays that position. He's got a defined role, I believe, and I think you give him the tools and the players run about him. I think he looks actually all right. He's comfortable in there for us, and I'm really, really glad for him, actually. And his bird looks no bad. She's all that social media as well, so if you've done well there, Andy boy, two fronts, playing for the team and that Sheila you've got, so all the best. Long may it continue. You know what I mean? Apart from that, I think we're looking all right. I fancy us during the week a result for us is a draw. Would be fair? Would that be a fair assessment? Or a draw for us would be really good. 0-0, 1-0, 2-0.
I'll take it to Cushy first. I think it's a free hit for us personally. I'm not expecting a lot, mate. It's a big step up in class. A team in the Spanish League gets qualified for Europe for us, where we are. I think actually the bigger kid for us is to get that convincing win on Sunday. Cushy, thoughts?
Yeah, I totally agree. I wouldn't put too much store into it in terms of how we got on in this group stage. I've said previously, I think it should be the priority should be the league. Of course, you don't want to go away to a team like this and get hammered, but they're a very good team. I think they're a level above anything that we have played in the last few years. And I don't want us to put too much weight, I think, on a result away to a team like this at this stage, because I think it could, we don't want to kind of negatively impact on how we're progressing as a club and as a team in the domestic level, simply because it would come up against a team who happen to be really, really good. That doesn't mean to say we're lying down to them, of course not. But I wouldn't put too much store if it doesn't go well. If we get a draw, I'll be absolutely gobsmacked against this mob. I think it would have to be an absolutely fantastic performance, I think, for us to get anything. A lot of people are talking about they've not had a great start to the league, but they're only 3 points off third. So I wouldn't put too much store by their start to the league. I think any kind of result across it would be unbelievable for us, and I just don't want it. I just don't want whatever happens to kind of negatively impact on how we're progressing as a club domestically.
What's Shadow?
Yeah, mate, what can I do for you? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
All right, go to the back of the class. Right.
Okay, I'll stand in the corner. Right.
Big Al's point was about the game on Thursday. I was saying
experience.
Game on Thursday is simple. It sets a level. It sets a level for the players of where we need to reach. There's a basic level in Europe. This is a team that probably pays. A lot of people say the Premiership's the top league in Europe. I think it's quite arguable as to whether La Liga is actually a bit better. So I think really it's a team that plays in certainly one of the top leagues in Europe, and this is how far we've got to go to meet it. And they're not playing well at the minute. So
Blue, they've just gone out and spent 23 million, I think it is, on a forward.
Aye.
The Rangers team for 23 million still has change.
Oh, absolutely, mate. But that's what I'm saying. This is the level that if we want to play at the top level, this is what you've got to aim for. I'm not saying you're going to reach it, but you aim for it, and that's what basically the one on Thursday tells us. I know some people also have some concerns about the game on Sunday as well, but it's particularly you, Oxter. You have a few concerns about Sunday as well, don't you?
No, I'm only worried about how I'll feel after I get out with Fox on Saturday night, but not so much the game. No, I think the game should take care of itself, mate. I think we should be It's not coming back from Russia. We're coming back from Spain. But simple. We're in a better place than we were. I think the squad looked refreshed on Saturday, mate. You know, but it's not ideal Thursday, Sunday, but it's something we're going to have to deal with.
I've got a question. I got a question for you as well.
Wait a minute. Well, let's finish. Big Al. We'll come back to you.
Aye.
Yep. Big Ulster, your thoughts on what Thursday means to us, mate?
It's going to be tough, isn't it? You know, I think this is going to be one of the best sides we have faced in a long, long time when it comes to proper football games. Like, and as SSE, Villarreal maybe haven't had the best start, but I think they've had a draw as well this season against Atletico Madrid, who are a world-class team as well. So the results in the league, I don't want to look too much into that and think that they're a poor team, because they're far from it. They're a very good side. They've got some cracking players in their team. As one of the boys have just said, the amount of money they've spent, so they've loads of money, great talent. It's going to be a very, very tough game for us. I just hope we don't go and get hammered. You know, if we lose, we lose. That's fair enough. We have to wait and see how we get on. We'll have to defend very well, because, as I say, this team's going to go for our throats, and we'll see how we come out of it. It's hard to tell, but as Kusi said and the rest of the guys, though, no matter what happens, let's not let the heads go down, because, you know, the team's only starting to build. It's only been Stephen Gerrard's first window, so we'll just see how we get on. But hopefully, if we get any points at all, a point I'd be absolutely delighted with. But if we lose, but put a good showing out, then I'll not be too disappointed.
Yeah, fair comment, mate. JFK?
You used a good thing there, Ox. It's a free one for us. It's a free hit. Wouldn't bother me so much if we parked the bus on Thursday night. You know, I don't want to get hammered. I said to you before, if we can win the 3 European games at Ibrox, then it puts us in a chance of maybe qualifying for the next round. But I'm more concerned about the league. You know, as long as you don't get here on Thursday and get a hammer, I think everybody's saying the same. But if we get here and we manage to park the bus and come away with a draw, that'd be a fantastic result for us. You know, and we'll take care of St Johnstone in the Sunday. I've no doubt about that. You know, but like the rest of the guys, this is a great team that we're playing. They've got some cracking players, you know, and I think it was Travel Rocket said, I think it said that, you know, they're only 3 points adrift, you know, they're early into their season as well. And I'm reading in a lot of other forums now, you know, but a lot of people saying this team's rubbish. No, they've only won 1 point for 3 games. No, that don't let that. They shouldn't let themselves be kidded on here. Villarreal are a really good team, and this is the best team that we'll have faced in the last 6-7 years anywhere. So we need to be really ultra careful on the night. Park a bus, Stevie G, if you need to. Come away with a draw would be a fantastic result, but don't get hammered.
Some of the stuff I was reading on social media, Jimmy, I just can't believe. Obviously, they don't know what La Liga is. Some of the bells and some of the stuff are right. Bring Villarreal on and all this.
Yeah.
You know? I'll take a 3 or a 4-1, my guys. I'm like,
I saw that.
That must be fucking cheek, you know.
No, I mean? But you know, did you not see the guy that he actually produced his bookie line? And he stuck a tenner on. Did you see it?
Aye.
I couldn't believe it. A Ladbrokes line, he's going to Rangers to win. I'm getting 11 to 1. And you know something? I hope the guy picks his money up on Friday morning.
Oh, aye, listen,
obviously.
I hope he does that, Jimmy. But come on,
I know.
I'm really pessimistic about Thursday night, because I see, even for us to come away with a point on Thursday is going to be a big stretch. It's a big push to come away for a point for me, to be honest with you. And like yourself, Jimmy, the last thing I want is for us. I don't mind, you know, a 1-0 or a 2-1 defeat, something like that. I don't want us to go there and get battered 4 or 5-0. You know what I mean? But for me, even I'll be honest with you, I said it last week, this team are no the mugs that everybody is, well, not everybody, but some of the Bears seem to think they are. And I said it last week, this is a different step up. This is a big step up in class for what we've already played in Europe this season so far. These guys are miles ahead of anything we've played. And if we go there, even coming away with a point, it's going to be a huge effort to come away with a point, in my opinion.
Yeah, we didn't expect to be where we are, so take whatever's thrown at us. You're 100% right,
Did that come in, Ox?
On you go, Big Al.
I hope none of you on the panel tonight are doing the team talk. My God, you're so negative. But look, I think it's a total different pressure. We've seen that. I've said to you before. I think Europe will handle itself. I'm with Jimmy. I'm with most of you guys. The league is my priority. I want 55 or how many is it? With the war one, 61. So with 62 or something like that. So that's what I want. I want them to go out there. It's a different type of pressure. It's an exciting pressure, I would imagine. It's exciting for the players. I mean, if Mr. Halliday plays and takes his Sheila with him, she'll top up our tan. We'll get more lovely photos and we'll get a lovely result. I think Mr. Gerrard knows these types of games. He's played in these types of big games. He'll have these players up for it. See, on Saturday, one thing I noticed as well, I never noticed big Goldson playing about 20 minutes into the game. I thought Katic was solid at the... I'm getting a bit of a man crush on him. He's some thighs on him, the big fella as well, eh? Nice.
Take your word. I'll take your word for that, big fella. Take your word. Is that true, Travel Wrong? It's Katic, your big thighs.
I've not measured them yet.
Wait till you got a show to them one day.
I take them offshore on my ex for sure.
I think he's turning into the solid defender that we need. Imposing defender at the back. He's a big fella. We've got that bit of pace in the wings and that. Still a wee bit disappointed with Tavernier. I think he can give a wee bit more, but I like playing Candias in front of him. I think most of us would agree in that. I think he gives us that wee bit extra dig. So I'm not confident that we'll get a result, but I'm confident we'll go there and we'll not look like idiots that we may have done before, because we've handled Europe this year. And as I say, it's a different type of pressure. It's an exciting pressure. It's somewhere we've never been before. But, well, recently, I mean, the players have never been there before. So there's a lot of pressure from playing at Ibrox, playing against the Dundee or St Johnstone, playing against the Mankey Mob or away in these small grounds and that. You know, the expectation's different in Europe. That's all I would like to say about that.
On you go, Travel.
No, I'm just... I think it might have been JFK that had mentioned it, that this is a bonus for us to nobody expected to get this far, but also not just the bonus of the financial side, but the experience for our players. It's a young team; they're still forming just now, and to go to a place like Villarreal and who knows how the manager's going to sell. It might change a formation again. It's given us a chance to try things. He might go on a more defensive five. At the back, so I don't know. It could be for me. It's all a good experience, and it's going to help build this team and help build the club back up. So it's great. I can't wait to get to the European nights back at Ibrox, and we all can remember nights like Parma and even having Manchester United or Leeds United game. These were all fantastic, and we're going to get these nights back.
What was the end track?
Oh, that was. You need to ask. Bridgeman was there. Bridgeman had the boots polished for that night, I think. But it was. That's all I'm saying. It's let's whatever we get on Thursday. I think, as I say, we just take the experience for it, and hopefully the team can start to just use the experience, continue to develop, and it might stand them in good stead for the Champions League next year if we just continue.
You never know, mate. You never know. But to get that, we need to win on Sunday and all the other league games. Bridgeman, in you come, mate. Then I've got a question for both shadows.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Bridgeman.
I was just going to say that, I said a wee bit earlier tonight, as far as I'm concerned, the next game's the most important game. No matter where it is, no matter who we're playing, it's the most important game, and we need to treat it accordingly. This game, obviously, is a European game, and obviously we've got a European team with a bit of pedigree, so it's a mountain to all intents and purposes, and we've got to climb it, and let's see how we do. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sure the manager's going to come out with a good plan, and as the boys have said earlier, some of the boys think we may have to park the bus. Fair enough, we have to do that. I hope we don't have to, but we've done it before, and I'm quite sure we wouldn't necessarily be worried about doing it again. But I do hope we go there and show what we're about. Even 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when we were playing against Ufa and with 9 men, and we parked whatever bus we could, wherever we could in that area. I'm just looking for our players to be able to play a bit of football, keep 11 players on the park, and we'll get a wee chance. And let's show our flow. Let's show the youngsters. Let the youngsters go out there and run. It's going to be a lovely pitch, providing it's not raining, of course. So generally, that part of the world is quite good. The weather's nice. It's going to be warm. So let's go out there, enjoy yourself, and just do yourself proud. Simple as that. The manager, I'm sure, is going to have a nice plan, and let's go out and do it. That's the next game, the next 90 minutes, and I'll look for the best we can do. Simple as that.
All right. Blue, you want to come in with something?
Yeah, and just a quick comment on that is, I think if we pack the bus too much with this lot, with the technical ability that they've got, I think it could cause us more problems than anything else. I think we've got, I don't think we can sit too deep, or we're asking for problems against a team of this ability. So that's just what But go back to the question that I had. Koulibaly's back. And I think there's been certainly at the weekend there was, I don't know, there seemed an increase in the performance from the team. Coincidence or what?
A lot of things. The break, Koulibaly, particularly in the first half, I thought he was pretty good. He was involved in a lot at the start of the game.
Mm-hmm.
He arguably looks as if he could be our best midfield player. Rudy.
I definitely agree with the sentiment that Blue Shadows touching on there, because I think on Saturday he showed us what we've been missing in the last sort of 3 games or so. Especially against the Dartsiders. In all honesty, that midfield was totally open to them, and for most of that game until we get sort of halfway into the second half, maybe 15 minutes into the second half. But so we certainly missed him. And I think we've seen on Saturday what he's going to give us for the rest of the season. And my hope is that we keep him fit, because without a shadow of a doubt, he's going to be our best midfielder. Ox. I don't doubt that one single minute. And for me, the midfield, the team played better on Saturday with Koulibaly in there, breaking things up, moving the ball forward, scores a goal, gets involved. So for me, I think it's imperative that we keep him fit. I really do think, because I don't think we've not got another player like Koulibaly in the squad. He can do the job he does.
Yep. Cushy. Well, come right back to you, Travel. Cushy.
I think he's the only midfielder we've got that constantly looks to win the second ball in midfield. I don't think we've enough of that. It's one of the things that's always really annoyed me when we play with friends across the city, is that they always look to win the second ball and they build from there. And we've always lacked in that area, I think. And Koulibaly's come in, and that's the one area that he really looks to pick up those balls a lot and build from there. He's got great technical ability, he's got great athleticism, but he really, really knows his job well in the middle of that midfield. And I hope he stays fit for a considerable time, because he's a major positive for us. And I think the rest of the midfield see that when he's on the team sheet, they know that they've got a boy in there that's going to win a lot of balls, he's going to break up a lot of play, and he's going to set up a lot of attacks and get a lot of possessions. So I think, I think he's a major positive for us. I think just touching on probably what one of the callers said earlier, not in Koulibaly but in Morelos. Personally speaking, I think Morelos will be a big miss for us in terms of coming deep and picking up the play. I would have liked to have seen him playing on Thursday. Unfortunately, he's not going to be there. But I think Morelos will be a big miss for us on Thursday. I'm not quite sure if Lafferty can quite do what Morelos does in terms of coming deep and taking the ball and linking up the play and moving it wide. I hope he can, but I think Morelos will be a big miss. But back to Koulibaly, a fantastic player. I would, whoever's in charge of our signing policy, I would move heaven and earth to get that boy signed, because he looks a fantastic player.
Here. Travel Rug, you're coming in, bro?
I just I agree with what Cushy says at the end there. We need to try and get him on a permanent deal. But what was the story of Jaria at the weekend? Was he injured?
Slight knock.
Wasn't he in the slight knock? I think that slight knock really means he's going to be playing on Thursday, starting on Thursday. And also the way the manager says about Ryan Kent's energy needed for Thursday night. I think we can see for that last European tie. Kent and Ajaria were excellent and breaking forward. And if we are going to be I'm not saying backs to the wall, but if we're going to be setting up with Mary a kind of a holding defensive type set up for Thursday night, then I think Kent and Ajaria will be crucial for us to maybe even steal a goal. So I agreed, Koulibaly, smashing player and all that, but I was just intrigued to see what the story was with Ajaria, because the boy had been playing well as well before the break.
Let's try and look back rather than forward, because obviously we'll be talking about Thursday in the next 2 nights. But Jimmy, Steven Gerrard with substitutions, getting a new guy, Gregster, on the park, he seems to get a lot right.
Definitely. I mean, we can see that with the past managers in the last 2, the last 3 especially. You know, the substitutions that Stevie G is making are good tactical substitutions. I mean, Murty was the 59th minute every game. It was the same old. Now Stevie G's reading the game, right, and he's seen what's needing done, and he's rectifying that, and that's what he should be doing. What a good manager should be doing, and he's doing it on a regular basis every week, and it's working for us. Apart from the glitches that we had against Aberdeen and Motherwell, going forward, I think tactically Stevie Gerrard and Gary McAllister have got it 100% right. And I agree there about Ajaria. I'm surprised Ajaria wasn't there on Saturday, and I think there is a bit of, we'll keep him back for Thursday, and I hope that's what's going to happen, because I think with him and Kent on Thursday night, it'll be a good pairing again. And whatever team that the manager picks will be the team that he knows that can go out and perform, whether it be a defensive performance or whatever way he wants. But parking the bus to me doesn't mean to say that we're going to sit too deep. I'd like to try and hold it a bit further forward than we've seen Rangers do in the past in Europe. I'm confident that we'll go there and perform well. But again, let's see what happens on the night. And the manager will make the right call at the right time, I'm sure.
Here.
Bridgman, any comment?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I agree with Jimmy there. I believe the manager's going to look after it. He's as he's come along in the last 3 months or whatever, you can see he's learning, he's getting smarter. I just believe it sincerely. I think he's a smashing manager. We're really lucky to have him, and I hope he's going to stay here for quite a while, because he's building a really good team, and we should go out there on Thursday night and build up to it, of course. The strange thing I'm hearing is that Morelos and Flanagan are, shall we say, a lot of yellow cards were, shall we say, discarded, but red cards are getting carried forward or something. I don't know whether someone can explain that to us. So they're banned on Thursday. They're not allowed to play on Thursday. I can't quite understand that, because in the preliminary games, there was nothing carried forward into the group games except red cards, apparently. So maybe you could tell us. Do you know anything about that, Ox? There?
Can I come in there? I looked it up. What it is, it said that red cards will be waived in the event, leading into the group stages. But any player deemed to have been given a red card with 2 yellows or a direct red card will be automatically banned for the following game. So it's only picking up yellows, as in if we had 3 yellows in 3 consecutive games, normally would have been banned for the next game, but that wouldn't have happened in the group stages. But because there was red shown, it is deemed as automatic 1-game ban. And that's what I looked it up in UEFA, and that's what they said.
Well done, GFK, starting to do your homework before you come on the show. Very impressive, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're a real pro. There you go, Bridgman. There you go.
No, that's brilliant. I'm saying, to be honest, I still don't really know, and I probably will never know. I thought I just thought in the preliminary rounds, once the preliminaries are done, all cards are banned, or shall we say, are forgotten and discarded.
The man gave me the answer.
I know that, pal. I'm saying that.
It might not be right, but he gave me the answer.
I know, but I still don't know why. I don't know the whereabouts of it, whys and whereabouts of it. We'll find out sooner or later, and thanks for the answer, Jimmy. That's a wee help anyway, you know.
I don't think the two of them are playing
there. Oh.
Aye, on you go, mate.
It's just that I need to go and put some more Hawaiian tropics on. I think I'm getting sunburnt here. Jimmy,
Yeah.
At the risk of offending you, mate, you sound like a Celtic fan looking up the UEFA website, the rules and regulations. Right, I love you and leave you guys because I'm getting burnt here, man. Take care. All the best.
See, big man.
One
Big man.
Hey, big ol'.
I'm getting a tan like Andy Halliday's wife. Take care, gentlemen.
Yeah.
But it's a free hit for us. Cushy, looking back, I don't think that'll be the same 11. It'll start the game, and I'll put something out there. Our squad, this will be the time when we'll maybe see rotation, because they'll think about Thursday, but I think they'll also be thinking about Sunday. And never anybody who's got knocks for Saturday. Just talk about knocks to tackle by Kenny Miller on Barisic. What did you think of his performance, Cushy?
Barisic's performance or Kenny Miller's?
Yeah, no, we're not talking about Kenny. One of my all-time favourites.
I think he's kind of he's a very quiet, unassuming player. I think on the park, he always does the really, really sensible thing. I think on the park, but he's very effective in what he does. You know, he tries to keep the ball. You know, he'll come back the way and move it across the park if nothing's on forward. You know, but he just goes about his business in a very unassuming manner, and I really like what he does. And I was just touching your point in Gresda when he come on. I was watching Gresda like a hawk when he come on, just to see what he was going to do and the type of positions he was going to take up. And I was really impressed with what he was trying to do, not with one of the crosses he put in one time, but the kind of positions he was trying to take up in the space that he was trying to find when he come on. And I think if we get that boy 100% fit and get some match time under him, it'll be a fantastic sign. I was quite impressed with what I see when he come on, because at that stage it was starting to get a little bit congested round about the Dundee area, because we were starting to really press him back. And I think by that time Miller had been sent off as well, so space was at a premium. And I was really quite impressed with the space that the new lad was finding for himself in quite a congested area. But I think Barisic has been a great signing for us. Just really unassuming, does his job, no messing about. And you could say that for most of the signings that actually we've had. You know, there's been very few failures. I think one of the boys that were waiting to see what was happening with him was Kent, and he showed in that game there, but some games under his belt that he's starting to produce for us. So we've had very few failures in the transfer window, I think, and that's amazing, because normally I would suggest in a transfer window you get about 50% of your signings. If they're a success, then you've won a watch. You know, we've had a far higher percentage than that. You know, it's been really, really pleasing to see.
Outfield players, there was 6 new players, 60% different players for last season. There was obviously Halliday, Candias, Tav and Morelos. The rest were new players and outfield players. Big Ulster.
Barisic is a good player, cracking player. I mean, I think it was a great signing by the club. He's actually starting to get pushing himself into the Croatian national side now, and we know what they have done just in the past World Cup. So that's the kind of caliber of a team they are, for him to get into that position and start to actually start games. Even to get on the bench. I think he was on for the last game, started in the bench, but the game before he was in the first team. That's absolutely fantastic for us to have that sort of caliber. I think he'll get better. Yeah, he's starting to grow. I think you've noticed him getting better each game. And I think, especially when you see Gresda getting more game time as he gets fitter, because a lot of the work I've seen on YouTube anyway, watching Gresda when he was rumoured to be signing, them two seem to link up very, very well. So I think he'll only get better. And as you see Gresda starting with him, you'll see a fantastic partnership on the left-hand side.
That's a fair comment. Bridge, how did you see it?
I think he's a fabulous player. I thought he had a smashing game. He's the type of player that when he gets the ball, he's very, as Cushy said, he tries to do the easiest thing, or the easiest thing initially. Doesn't want to push the ball into crowded areas. But, I love it when he goes down the wing, gets the ball down the wing. All he needs is a wee half a yard, and he manages to whip the ball across. And they're nearly always quite good whip balls across, and creates a bit of havoc in the box. Smashing to see, wonderful player. And as Ulster said a minute ago, I think he's going to prove to be an enormously good player for us. Seriously, I think he's brilliant.
GFK.
He's been one of the successes, isn't he? Or with the success. We all raved about him when he played against us for the 2 games with Osijek, and that news we've got for the European games. This would be his first European outing for us, and it's going to be something to behold, because I think this guy is going to be a phenomenal player in the next 4 years for us. And with Grezda now joining us, let's hope that he can gain that 30% fitness that Stevie G said that he's lacking at the moment, because I think that'll be a thrill to watch every other week. Get up that left flank. He's performed immensely for us this season. This season since we brought him in. But I think going forward, he's been a great addition to the team. And I'm really looking forward to see how he performs in Europe for us now, not against us, against Villarreal. And this should, as we've always said, this is the best team I've faced in a long time. So this will be a real test for them all, but especially for a player like Barisic, who showed against us the type of player that he is in Europe. So let's look forward to what he can do on Thursday night.
Oh, Shadow.
Barisic's a quality player. We knew that when we signed him. Everybody knows about his left peg and what he can do with that. But what perhaps hasn't been mentioned is the guy has a lot of what some people have called game intelligence. He knows when to go forward. He doesn't leave the back exposed too often, and he knows when to pick his spot, which is more impressive. I think Tavernier could certainly learn a lot of him on that point. I think he's vital. I think he's vital to the team. I think he's great from set pieces as well. He can offers perhaps the in swinger from the right hand side for corners, as opposed to Tavernier's out swingers, and set pieces similar thing. If you could get that whip ball from the right hand side by the left footer, all it needs is a touch and it's in the box. I think he's a fantastic signing for us.
Rudy?
I liked him when we saw him at Osijek. Probably their best player of the 2 legs. Yeah, absolutely fantastic player for me. I think he'll only get better. And Cushy makes a good point. He's quite unassuming, though, the way he goes about his business. He just quietly does what he does, I think gradually he's working his way into the team, and I think he'll just get better as the season goes on, And as for his left foot, he's the best left-footed player in the team right now, in my opinion. He's got an absolute wand of a left foot, beautiful crossing into the box, set plays, corners. There's nobody better in the team right now at that for me, and we can only profit for that as the season goes on and he gets better and better.
Here, Rudy.
I've got to remember he just started out as well.
That's yeah.
New surroundings, Rudy, and new team, so
absolutely.
He's
still getting to know his teammates, he's still working his way into the team, the boy, And
the thing is, sorry, Rudy, I thought you were finished.
No, you're all right, Bridge, on you go, mate.
No, I was just going to say, as we go further forward, the more weight will go on his shoulders. He'll take whatever responsibilities are going for the way we're playing in certain areas of the pitch. And he's got big, broad shoulders. I'm sure he'll be able to carry it. He's a wonderful player, a great player.
Well, just can run the panel quickly. Who was your man of the match on Saturday and why? Big Ulster.
Man of the match. Jeez. Well, there's a few you get picked. I suppose Kent. I'm torn between Koulibaly and Kent, because I think some of the work Koulibaly done was absolutely fantastic. It's something we've been missing, but I'm going to go for Kent for the reason being, last few games I've seen him, I've been wondering, will he hit the heights that Stephen Gerrard thinks he maybe could do, because he's been playing him? But I thought he was fantastic. I thought he'd done some of the stuff that we've all been hoping he can do, and obviously this is why Stephen Gerrard has continued to play him, because he knows that kind of game's in him. So I'll go for Kent, mate, for his goal and all-round play. I thought he was very, very good on Saturday.
All right. Rudy?
A few of us in the pre-match show on Saturday, spoke about Kent, he said that he had to produce in the final third, and that's exactly what he done. He done that. He scored a goal, cracking goal, played really well, beautiful pass to Morelos for the penalty. And he had an all-round really good game, I thought. His directness worried the life out of their defence. So it did, and he's got pace and he's got a bit of trickery. He can go out and buy a player for fun, and if he can consistently do that, week to week, then I think we're going to have a really, really good young player on our hands. But if it was man of the match for me, it would be Kent. I would struggle like big Ulster between Koulibaly and Ryan Kent, but I would get to Kent.
Blueshard.
I'm sorry to be boring, but I'm going to have to go with the other guys. It's Ryan Kent. For me, he's moved up. He moved his game up a level on Saturday. As I said, as the lads have said, he has finally provided some product at the end of these runs that he's been making, and rather than running into people, he's been running round people. So that purely for that alone, I said, everybody knows I'm a big Koulibaly fan, but he was only on for the hour, so I'll go for Ryan Kent as my man of the match.
All right, fair comment, mate. Fair comment. JFK.
Yep, Kent for me. I nailed my colours to the mast at the start of the show. I just couldn't understand why they didn't get the man of the match. There wasn't anything he did wrong the whole game. His goal was something to behold, as they say. I know we maybe got a wee break of the ball at that part of it, but I thought overall performance film was absolutely wonderful to watch, and long may that continue. Stevie Gerrard's come out and praised him as well, and he's looking for a lot of things to happen with him this season, which pleases us all that he's playing like this. But it's definitely Ryan Kent for me, Ox.
Cushy?
Arfield for me was the man of the match. I thought he was absolutely excellent in the midfield in the entire game. We've been crying out for games where we control we control the game, we control the flow, and we control what's happening. And for me, Arfield done that for, I would say, about at least 80 minutes of that game on Saturday. I thought it was excellent at the hand in Kent's goal as well. And I thought it was an absolutely superb, disciplined centre midfield performance for Arfield. And I think Andy Halliday's taking a leaf out of his book and watching what he's doing, and that's why Halliday's coming in and doing a good job for us as well. But for me, it was Arfield. It's a close call though. There's a few very good players. Kent's up there. Look, Candace put in a superb shift for us the whole game as well. So there's definitely a few people in the pot, which is good. And I feel a little bit for Morelos, because you could be looking at him a first half performance as a goal and winning a penalty, and then he's 55 minutes or 60 minutes down, he's getting subbed because his head's away a little bit. So it's a little bit of a shame for the boy. I thought getting that goal chopped off. He needs to learn the Ali McCoy type thought process, whereby if he misses a chance, another one's going to come along and he's going to take that. He's not quite got that. The head goes down from too quickly, I think. And he thinks he more thinks that it's not going to be his day, where there was still half an hour to go before when he gets sub type of thing. So, but there was a lot of good performances on the day. But I feel for me in the midfield.
Bridgeman.
I think wasn't a failure in the team. I thought there were some players that had tremendous games. For the time he was on the park, I thought that Koulibaly was absolutely outstanding. What a performance. And for the time that Ryan Kent was on the park, another great performance. So these guys could have been easily man of the match for me, closely followed by others. But I think I agree with Cushy. I think Arfield was a deserved man of the match. I thought all during the 90 minutes, he was absolutely outstanding for us, seriously. But I thought it was during the time that Koulibaly was on, I thought he was the better player, but never finished the 90 minutes, and the same with Kent. So I think I have to give it to the guy that finished the 90 minutes, and I thought Arfield was it. Very closely followed, as Cushy said. I thought that Andy Halliday and Barisic and our two players, good game, and the young guy out in the left, the young guy out in the right, Candace, great games. No failures, but Arfield, best man.
Good show.
All right. Well, that's good JFK in it. That it's a team game, and if there's a few candidates, it only can be a good thing.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I know what the guys here took Arfield, and it was a push between Arfield and Kent and Koulibaly. But I mean, for me, it was Kent. But it's tremendous that we've got so many players playing well at the one time, and that is That's what we're looking for. Aye, I can't disagree with anything the guys say there with picking Arfield. You know, it just for me, I just thought it was Kent, but I agree. Arfield for the 90 minutes was fantastic for us. That midfielder that we are looking for, but I just thought for that wee bit of craft that we needed there that Kent gave us that, and it was great to see. Yeah, I agree with a lot of the points here, guys.
I think, in all honesty, it was just a really good team performance, Jimmy. You could probably pick for about 4 or 5 of them for man of the match, in my opinion. You know, because somebody said there about Kundé. I think it was Cushy. Kundé's put a hell of a shift in at the weekend, there, so, as he normally does as well. You know, you normally get a good 7 out of 10. You know, games, don't you? You know, so certainly Kundé would have been up there as well. You know,
definitely.
You know, so there was loads of. It was a good team performance, but there was a lot of really good individual performances as well, which is a really good sign.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest shock for me was Bridgman never mentioned Golden and Katic for man of the match.
The only defender I mentioned for man of the match at all was a left back, Barisic. I think no failures in the team. Every one of them played their heart out, but it was a really good midfield display by everyone, and an attacking display as well. That's why the other guys were great, but not man of the match stuff.
Well, I thought somebody was coming in. A good debate there, lads, and I think it's good. Big Ulster that people are starting to talk about different players, and obviously club players developing and putting their own marker down at Ibrox.
Yeah, I think it comes down to what Brid said. There's no failures. Everybody's playing their part. Some just are better on the day. That's just the way it is. But everybody's playing pretty well, especially on Saturday. I think you see that most from Andy Halliday. I think he deserves a lot of plaudits because, if I'm being honest, I thought his days were numbered as a Rangers player, but he came in, proved a lot of us wrong, and it looks like the management staff and also the extra level of quality of player has helped his game leaps and bounds. It's fantastic to see, and especially for one of our own to come in, prove us wrong, and play the way he's done it. And I think that's a good thing going forward. You know, when you have this extra quality, players like Andy Halliday who are willing to learn and want to learn, to stay in the team, are doing just that, mate, and that's great to see.
See, that's pleasing about Halliday, because, I mean, I've got to put my hands up and say I was one of the doubters, you know, when Halliday was sent away. But it's obviously something that the manager said to him and had a word in his ear and brought him forward more than any, as I think, thought we could see him play the way he's played for us. I mean, on Saturday, I thought Halliday was immense. The game before that, I thought he was immense as well. So whatever the manager's doing, it's helping him. And of course, it's going to help the team. So I'm pleased for Halliday because, as Ulster said there, he's one of our own. And it's great to see him perform that way. And he'll be laughing up his sleeve. He's proven a few people wrong. Not just us Gers fans who were doubters, but a lot of the rubbish that has been bandied about elsewhere, that he's a spent force. But I'm really pleased to see that Andy Halliday's now making a go at it again.
I think one of the pleasing things at the weekend as well was the fact that we managed to get 3-0 up by half time, and that allowed the manager to bring on rest players and bring on other players like Middleton, etc. So as we could broaden the squad and cover ourselves so we don't end up in the same position as we did when we had a few injuries not so long ago.
We said that in the pre-match show, didn't we? If we could get 3-0 up by about half time, Blue, didn't we? You know, it would allow him the opportunity to sort of bring players on and allow other players to get some time in their legs, you know. Certainly with Thursday coming up as well, it was couldn't have worked out any better, really.
It's textbook, mate, textbook. And, if we can broaden the squad a bit more so as we don't end up in that same position as we were 2 or 3 weeks ago, where we're, if we got another injury, we were struggling who we could bring on off the bench almost.
Absolutely. Yep.
Striker, we're still a wee bit short in the striker department. Cushy, are you pleased with the squad development? I know I am. The turnover's been frightening.
I think I think you don't know football if you're not pleased with that squad development. It's night and day for what we had previously. In fact, I think it goes beyond just pleased. I think I'm absolutely delighted in the progress that we've made as a squad. I thought there was absolutely no chance we would have the squad that we've got at the moment at the tail end of last season. I was looking for a slight improvement this season, but I wasn't particularly optimistic because we didn't know what the finances were. You know, it's a new manager and we didn't know what was happening. But the progress that the entire football side of the club has made in 3 months has been nothing short of staggering. So it goes beyond. I think it goes beyond just pleased. And I'd be amazed if any Rangers fan didn't appreciate that.
Can I come in, Ox? I was just going to say, I'm delighted. You know how I feel about them. I'm absolutely delighted for the manager and for his team and the management side, and the players are doing very, very well. My only complaint, if you could call it a complaint, and it's just actually a comment I'm going to make, is we still tend to be a bit soft in the middle of the park when we give the ball away. We don't actually come and pick the ball up, and before we know it, players are running away from us, and that's something that's every team probably gets it as well. But it's when you're watching your team and some teams like that team on Saturday are slicing through us. And unfortunately for the boy, he let the ball run a wee bit and took an extra step. Otherwise, he could have scored a goal against us. Really and truly. So daft things like that. You know, we lose the ball at the most inopportune moments. You know it. The team's better in front of us. So we need to cut that out somehow or other. I don't know how we're going to do it, but that needs to be looked at.
I think it's how you respond to situations like that, though. You know, I mean, we're not Barcelona, so we're going to lose the ball in some areas sometimes, but it's what we do when we do that. And I felt when we did that particular passage of play that you're talking about, you know, I felt the team get back really, really quickly, and we looked to close down. We looked to close down the shot on goal very, very quickly, because I thought that when Kenny Miller passed it into that boy, I thought if he hits that first time, you know, we're looking at Alan McGregor making a save. But you know, the touch he took, then Barisic is right there, and McGregor hasn't even got a save to make. So absolutely. I think it's. You know, I think it's not just about, yes, we have to try and cut out the mistakes and losing possession in difficult areas like that, but it's how we respond as players when we do that. You know, we've had a tendency in the past, I think, just to look back and kind of not bust a gut to get back and hope that our defence can bail us out. But you know, I think everybody was looking to work back and win the ball very, very quickly after that passage of play. So hopefully that. I mean, the whole team has got a fantastic work ethic, you know, and I hope that, and I'm sure that will continue, you know. But it's not just the squad has improved, you know, touching in the point earlier on, but the entire work ethic and the type of player that we've got that wants to play for Gerrard and wants to play for the fans and wants to play for the teams. It's all night and day from what we had previously.
Cushy, that was the annoying thing about the game against them, though. We never saw that against them in the first half. That work ethic.
No, we didn't, and I think I personally put that down just to the fact that we were off the back a few games, and I think I said at the time I felt it was just a bridge too far for us in terms of the physicality of it. I just didn't think we looked sharp at all and up for the game at all.
Yeah.
What do you mean a bridge too far? Why are you bringing me into it? Only joking, Cushy.
And the other thing is we're going to lose. I think I said at the beginning of the season, I think we're going to lose the ball a lot more this season. But I'd rather that than like we did say when Warburton was manager, and it's felt at times like we were taking 20 minutes to get the ball over the halfway line. You know, it's like, you know, 10 times too many passes, while we're more direct and we're moving the ball faster and we're moving the ball faster up the park. So we're going to have mistakes, and that's, you know, we will lose the ball, but that's all about us, because you were saying getting the players, once we've lost the ball, we've got to press it, get it back again, and then the players could go again for me.
I agree with you, Shadow. You know, the saddest thing for me on Saturday was that we got the ball in our own half, cleared the ball up, and before you know it, Candace is running down the right, beautiful ball across, and Morelos puts it in the net and it's flagged offside. And I'd asked on Saturday night, the boys had said no. I think it was Rudy that told us no, wasn't he offside? So it's sad, because that would have been goal of the season in anybody's language. Fabulous break, beautiful ball out, lovely cross, man running onto it straight in the net. And I bet if you watch the Premier League match of the day, you'll probably see 2 or 3 of those goals, and no problem at all. Obviously tight decisions, But no problem at all. We don't have that in this country. We just don't have that. Our linesmen are too far away.
Anyway, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening. Bridgeman.
Can I just say, been a smashing night tonight once again. Well done, Oxtia. And a huge big thanks to everybody for listening to me rattling on. And they'll probably come up with some crap tomorrow night as well, Freeze. However, to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one is, keep it going for the Rangers. Please, just keep it going, because they need it.
Yep, can I thank yourself, Bridge? I thank Cushy, Big Alfie Australia, the global ambassador, Fox, working behind the scenes along with Old School Blue, JFK, Blue Shadow, Rudy Bear, Big Ulster, and the one and only Travel Rug for taking the time to join us here at Rangers Radio. This is Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night talking about all things Rangers, and we might have a wee mention for the Rockingham Rangers Supporters Club in Western Australia, who might be joining us tomorrow. Take it away, Fox.
I've sailed the wide Atlantic, across the broad Pacific shore. I've sailed around the stormy capes, I've heard the parties roar. I fly the Indian Ocean, I've sailed the China Sea. Oh, there's a sea back home in Scotland, means more than all the rest to me. It's the blue, yes, the blue sea of my brow. It's the greatest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, yes, the blue sea of my brow. And it happens when the orange beat the green. No more I'll sail the seven seas, no more I'll ever roam. No more I'll feel the urge again, I'm back where I belong. At 3 o'clock each Saturday, I'll join a happy throng with Rangers banners all around. We'll proudly sing this song. It's the blue, yes, the blue sea of my brow. It's the greatest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, yes, the blue sea of my brow. And it happens when the orange beat the green. It's the blue, yes, the blue sea of my brow. It's the greatest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, it's the blue sea of my brow.